Hi, folks. Oh, I think maybe that music is too loud, or it might be only too loud here for me. I'm going to turn it a little down. Um, Hopefully you can hear it like at all, but who knows? Let me know if you can hear it. Let me know if you can hear me. I am visiting my family, so I'm in Jerusalem currently. You can see my dad's photos behind me, but I figured because I am me, I should be doing this. Okay, closed captioner. I'm pretty sure that I have closed captioning going. In theory, at least I set them up. So, like, are we? Yeah, I have closed captioning. So I don't know why closed captioner is having complaints, but I guess it'll stop. Let me click my little pronouns button and support buttons just so that we have that out there going. I do still love those icons that pop up everywhere. But hopefully you can hear me and you can hear the music and we can do some knitting. So this is the blue that I was spinning. This is the first skein of it. Okay, I am very quiet. Let's see if we can fix it. What are we using for a microphone? So you have to understand, I'm streaming from my parents' house on my old laptop. So, well, this is the only microphone we can have. So, this is as good as it can possibly get. I think. Yeah, I don't think I have any other options with it. So let me make maybe this music lower. Is this any better? I can yell. I don't actually know where the microphone is on this camera, so that's kind of why. Let's see. I wonder if it's any better in settings. Microphone. Microphone setup? No, this is like speech recognition stuff. Sound input device properties. Master volume. That's output. Input. Device properties. Is this any better? I don't know if this is any better. Maybe this will be even better. I hope this is better. Okay, great. Awesome. I don't know why my microphone pickup was set to like 30, but it was set to 30. But yeah, I'm in Jerusalem. I am at my parents' house. It is 10 minutes to midnight here. The light turned off. Pardon me. It's on a timer. How do I turn it back on? Мама, а как свет включить? Даже не суббота. Я умру. Включи свет, потому что может... Я... Хоть это можно еще включить, понимаешь? Кошмар. Oh my god, all my lights turned off because all of the Saturday settings are on and my dad forgot to turn them off apparently. There we go. Thank you. Now I need to close my door, otherwise somebody's going to come in here and start talking to me because this is the land of my parents' house, which means that nobody understands things like knocking on doors or privacy at all. Sorry about that. Anyway, have I mentioned I'm at my parents' house? So this is the blue that I had been spinning, and I started knitting this sweater while on the plane. There's a picture of it. Nope. Over there? Yes, over there. And my camera is not reversed, so I point to my left, and it is like this camera is reversed, but the face camera is not, so I point to my left, and it's pointing to the wrong side, which is hilarious. This is my old laptop. It is still like running Windows 10, but I haven't even had the chance to do anything here yet. I got here on Friday, like with literally 15 minutes to spare, because my plane wasn't late, but like it took forever to get my luggage and stuff, and then Shabbat was starting, so like no internet, no electronics. Yesterday, like from 10 minutes after I walked into the house to a little bit earlier today. So it has just been nuts. So I like turned my laptop on. I was like, let's go live because, you know, why the heck not? I need my Knit Companion app. Also, I love this app. Windows 10 is going to have to... Yeah, well, so on my normal computer, I'm running 11, but on this laptop, I don't think it can do 11. I don't know if I can actually show this off. So this is a piece of software called Knit Companion, and like it can do charts and everything really well. So it's keeping track of my rows and everything. So I'm keeping it close by. Yeah, so the problem is not lack of compatibility. The problem with Windows 10 is that it is no longer supported, which means that they are not, I need to move over or I'm going to be not in the center. They're not producing security updates for it anymore, which is, with Windows, a terrible problem. So while I really enjoy Windows 10, Windows 11 is doable. Like, it's not that different. It looks very different at the start, but then if you mess around with settings for a couple of minutes, you can make it look mostly like Windows 10, and it behaves already mostly like Windows 10. So that is at least a thing. Yeah, like yes and no, though, right? Like on the one hand, yes, that does help, but on the other hand, it doesn't quite completely help. So I prefer to not just be running obsolete stuff, but I also have not. I don't actually know where this piece is coming from. So, and it's in my way. Really don't know where it's coming from. It's very annoying is what it is. It's like it's some part of this setup, but okay, let's figure out how to pull all of this through so that we are not affected by this like random strand that is attempting to strangle my knitting. Okay, great. So now we can go wrap it around something and not think about it too hard. Because it is stupid and it's in my way. But I can like tuck it under some stuff, I guess. Okay, great. Ugh. Also, ugh. Well, it's yarn that's also been like squished into a luggage bag and whatever. But yeah, so this is yarn that I made. I finished this one. I finished the purple, and back home I have the next skein of blue drying that I'm going to have probably 4 of these balls for this sweater. But I'm very excited because this is the blue and purple that I spun, and it's going to look like that picture with a big Luna moth on the boob region. But yeah. How have you been, Box Puppy? What's new and exciting in your life? Oh. I don't know how often I get to stream from here. I know, like tomorrow. I saw. That's the one that you posted a picture of, right? It looks real cool. Is the gremlin happy with it? Or have you not given it to her yet? Indeterminate. Is that like indeterminate in days or weeks or years? Because as far as I can tell, you already have like 1 billion people living there. I'm going to go visit my brother and his family on Monday. Yeah, Monday. So, okay, maybe she won't steal yours, but maybe she still will because it's yours, right? It is very cool looking though. I gave my grandma the cowl that she had worked on, or that I'd worked on for her, so that was good. She was happy with it. Yeah, that would be really cool. But, yeah, my hope is to actually finish this ball of this blue while I'm here. And now that what is this calendar telling? Okay. Now that I'm able to knit again, because of course can't knit on Shabbat, and I had only brought 1 book with me, and I finished it all today. So that was a thing. So I don't know what I'm going to do next Saturday. But my hope is that I will finish this whole ball while I'm here, and then when I get home, the second ball will be ready for me. But I'm now in a place where I'm keeping track of rows, but I'm knitting 46 rows, 7.5 inches. So I got the 15 rows of ribbing and like the first 4 rows of knitting done on the flight. It was like a 9.5 hour flight. But, you know, that was Yesterday, it was Thursday to Friday. Like, the problem with flying this way is that I lose like half a day, right? Because I flew out at 8:30 p.m. and I landed on Thursday, and then by the time I landed, it was already 2 p.m. the following day. But it was only a 9-hour flight, so like, I feel like I sort of only had half a Thursday and half a Friday, which is, I mean, like, it happens every time. It's gonna be a little bit better flying back because I'm flying out at 1 a.m., so it'll feel like Monday night still, and then I will land at 6 a.m., and it'll feel like Tuesday morning, right? Like, it's truly an overnight, quote-unquote, flight. And it'll feel like I lost 7 hours, basically. But that's time zones for you, and not much that can be done about it. So, yeah. So we're gonna do a lot of stuff here, and like looking around. I want to check out a couple of areas that I haven't been to in a while, and I promised some people that I will bring them back candied dates, the fruit, not encounters with, loved ones or whatever dates are. Anyway, so that's going to be something I'm going to need to do, and I want to make sure that I go check out the new subway in Tel Aviv, because my brother, who's an architect, did the designs for the train stations. So I want to check that out. And I see that you are posting more things. I want to see more things. Let's see. There is Discord somewhere here. She is adorable in it. Especially this. That is such a child I told you to pose kind of photo. And that is clearly a pose, right? Like, I'm an angel. And she's very cute. Is that your mom in the background, or? Oh, she did that on her own. Well, she knows how to pose for photos, clearly. Also, can I just say that I am on Wi-Fi, and I'm like in the secure room, and my internet is better than it is at home for upload speeds. Oh, okay. That's close enough. But yes. Also, this country does not have Fresca. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, this country has no Fresca, so I'm stuck drinking actual Coke. And I'm very sad about it, because my other options are Coke Zero. They also don't have Diet Coke here. I mean, like, they do, but it's hard to find. And I cannot stand Coke Zero, so I have to drink actual, real, sugared Coke. Also, everything is in these weird little skinny cans that are like narrower and taller than normal US cans. There's 42 calories in this thing. I don't know. Yes. And 10.6 grams of sugar. Ugh. Gross. Yeah. So I don't like the taste of them, but I can drink Fresca because it's got grapefruit flavor, and the grapefruit flavor like hides the artificial sweetener flavor. So like I can tolerate it, but yeah, I have no idea why some things are around and other things are not, like at all. But shrug. Yeah, I heard that, like, that's a thing that it does to some people. It does not do that to me. I just don't like it. What is going on here? Stop trying to invent stitches. I already have 262 stitches. I do not need new stitches on this sweater. But yeah, like so far this pattern was just like 252 stitches, do 2x2 rib, then switched. So it was supposed to be on size 3s. I did it on 4s, and just because that's what I had handy, and then switched to 6s and evenly add 10 stitches, and then knit 46 rounds. So this is going to be never-ending 46 rounds, and that's okay. But then it splits, so that's why I have markers here for it splits front and back, and after the arm split, you knit them both flat, and then you knit the sleeves separately and stitch it together. So it's been an eternity since I've knit a sweater myself. So, or a sweater like for me and not for a very small child. So the sizing is very different. It takes 1,800 yards of the main color and then 1,000 yards of the complementary contrasting color. So it's going to be 1,800 yards of this and 1,000 yards of the purple. Yeah, I want to make sure. Okay, why does it think that we are unstable? Oh, because my bitrate's too high. Okay. Bitrate being too high is like not a real problem. That's a fake problem. So hopefully it will not be like too something. But oh, I have been reading a book, a new to me book. It's not a new book. So Mary Robinette Kowal is her 4th book in the Lady Astronaut Discord, wow, like the Lady Astronaut book series. The 4th book is coming out in March. So she started a book club to reread the first couple of books before the most latest volume comes out. And I bought these books, I don't know, forever ago. That reminds me, I need to release the hold. I placed the book on hold and then I found it at my house. Holds. Cancel hold. Great. And then, okay, then that one will be returned. So, trying to keep track of these things. Because I finally found them in my house. So it's basically an alternate history, like 1950s. And a meteorite fell on Earth and destroyed like Washington, D.C. and most of the eastern seaboard. And created a really terrible greenhouse effect such that they need to get off the planet. And this woman who's a computer for the space program, she really wants to be an astronaut, and this first book is about that. I don't yet know what the second book is about because I was a dumbass who did not bring both books with me on this trip, and I finished the first one today. And I'm going to have at least one more Saturday here where basically I can't do anything that isn't sleeping and reading. And therefore, I should have brought 2 books, one for each day, but I did not think of that. So here we are. Let's see, I think on the East Coast it's like 5 p.m. right now. I think it's 5 p.m. So, I was saying earlier that I don't think I want to stream like too long because it is after midnight here and I will just like fall asleep. But I want to stream a little bit more because we've only been here for half an hour, so I want to get at least like an hour to 2 hours in. But also I just want to like hang out with folks and get some of this knitting done. On yarn. But like most of the computer games that I play, I can't play from here or from this computer. And most of the like TV things that I watch, I can't watch from here. So, I mean, if you want my opinion, I would never want to crochet gloves because that is hell. Like, it's hard enough to knit them, and I think it would be even harder to crochet them. But a hat might be nice. What kind of hat, like, well, and for that matter, what kind of gloves? Like, what kind of pattern is this? I finished a row. I need to... Where's my knitting app? I need to count the row. Because otherwise I will never know when I'm even close or not to my 46 rows. I was super worried that this yarn was going to be like too skinny, but it actually gave me perfect gauge, so... both row and stitch, so it's very neat. I was thinking of just a flat square hat. Okay. Yeah, okay, fingerless, yes. For winter, I often, if I'm gonna like knit gloves, I make gloves that are like, it's not that they're fingerless, it's that they're fingertipless. So they're like, they go up to the first knuckle. So this is all covered because cold. But you're also, I think, if I remember correctly, you are more south of where I live, so it is warmer where you are. Oh God, it's so funny, by the way. So I got here. I walk out of the terminal at the airport, like outside, and I have a t-shirt on, and I've taken my sweatshirt off because it's so warm. And my mom is like, "Oh, I walked outside. It's so chilly." He puts on like a fluffy down coat, and I'm just like, "Oh my God." Like, you've only been here like 7 years. How did you already become one of those people? But she's one of those people. It's like high of 65 and low of 52 or something here. Like, it's barely needs a sweatshirt weather. And yeah, it does, but it's like everybody is like that here because it's the coldest it gets. I mean, like sometimes, rarely, like every decade or so, snow falls. It doesn't stick because it's too warm, but like drops below 32. But like literally once a decade. But uh, but yeah, like this is normal winter season weather here, and they're just all the people are freaking out about how, oh my God, cold it is. Must put on their winter coats and stuff. But also, like, the airport is in Tel Aviv near the sea, so it's extra warm and humid there. Here in Jerusalem, in the hills, right, it gets reasonably chilly, and it does the like 50 in the day and 30 at night because it is, we're in the Judean desert as well, but it's just like windy and stuff. So I don't know how cold it is right now back home, but when I was leaving, it was about 39, and it was supposed to drop below freezing. Oh, are they? Well, I left my car keys with the housemate, so he gets to shovel the cars out when it does that. Because we shovel our cars out and move them to alongside the auxiliary road so that the dudes can come and plow in the driveways and things. So housemate's gonna have to deal with both cars. It's his problem now. Because I certainly can't do anything about it from here. And everybody has to move cars, otherwise the plow can't clear like that part of the parking lot. So I should have like considered maybe putting a cable along the sides of the sweater or something, because otherwise this pattern is really boring. Yeah, clearly that was always the plan for not shoveling snow. That's why I'm on this trip, to avoid the snow shoveling. Obviously. So, but anyway, if you're into that sort of thing, I highly recommend the Lady Astronaut books. The first one is called Calculated Stars, or maybe it's Calculating Stars. The second one is called Faded Sky, and they're by Mary Robinette Kowal. They're very well written, and they're just kind of fun to read. And it was a quick read. Like, it was a mass market trade paperback kind of size book, but it was pretty quick read. I started it this morning and I finished it by 5 p.m. But I gotta figure out a way to separate my stream music from my VOD music, because playing all these like chill hop lo-fi jazz music just makes me fall asleep, and nobody wants that. I certainly don't actually want to fall asleep. So also, I did not take my Adderall today, which is probably also making me fall asleep, because that's the side effect for me from Adderall withdrawal, is I just stay asleep all day long, which is weird because I sleep great with it. It's not like it's keeping me up. So that is a different, separate thing. Okay, that's 7 rows completed. Okay, why are we unstable? Average stream bitrate too high. It's 5975. That is not too high. What is your problem? We're not dropping frames. Like, everything is great, so I don't understand why it's complaining. Also, you do not need to introduce stories on Twitch to me, Twitch. Thanks. But I suppose it doesn't know that it doesn't need to advertise those to me. But I think, judging by how my brain is feeling, though, in about 20 minutes, we're gonna go raid somebody, because I will otherwise fall asleep right here talking to you. And again, like, nobody wants that. I understand that my singing is not that great, but, and it's not like I was gonna sing, but nobody wants to hear that either. Nobody wants to see me sleeping on stream either. Like, these are just things that should not exist. But yet they do. Okay, but like, why did you wake up at 3 a.m. this morning? I went to bed at midnight here time and woke up at 4 a.m. here time and stayed up until like 7 and then napped until 9 and then got up. And this afternoon just like conked out from like 6 o'clock onward. And just like went to lie down and not get up for like 3 hours. Okay, I mean, 8 hours of sleep is good, but like when it is matters. So, I don't know. Figuring that stuff out is hard. But I don't want to just like end the session. But on the other hand, like, who am I kidding? Maybe I will. This is my first stream in January, so I wanted it to be like a nice one, but I don't know how much I can really usefully stream from here and how much I can, like I said, stay awake and like any of that. So it's also possible that I should just say fuck it and not even get to an hour because I'm tired, but okay. So did you did you go to bed at like 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. or something? I napped at 6. Okay, well at least you like interrupted nap for food, which is smart. Yeah. No, that makes sense. I think my mom tried to wake me up for when they were having dinner and it just did not happen. I was just out cold completely. So, they let you sleep, which is nice. Like, that's very nice of them. You should, you should be glad they did. Yeah. Thankfully, I don't often have that problem, but like a really drastic time zone change, plus the fact that I'm generally speaking nocturnal, is just that's sort of the norm. Yeah, everything I hear about it makes me think that I do not want. Okay, 8 rows done. Okay, well, so that's 8 of 46 rows. And so that's almost like a sixth of what I need to do. Now, this is not exactly exciting streaming fodder, but yeah. Yeah, none of those. I mean, its own fanfic could be fun, but still. Yeah, I'm very, very lucky in this regard. When I decide that I want to go to bed, I lie down and sleep is right there. It's the deciding that I want to go to bed as opposed to, oh, but I'm just going to keep doing this one thing that's cool or interesting, just only this one thing, one more day of this game or whatever, right? So kind of having the impulse control to actually decide, you know what, I'm turning stuff off and going to sleep is that part's hard. Oh, I think also I think today the Great British Pottery Throwdown new season has started, which I need to check out. I have to use the VPN for that and pretend like I'm in England, but yeah. My favorite part, so that one's on Channel 4, and Channel 4 is easy. I turn the VPN on, and Channel 4 is like, you're in England, great. But I also was watching Great British Sewing Bee, and that's on BBC. And BBC needs you to put in an address, so I went and Googled an address somewhere in Wimbledon area. So that's where BBC app thinks I'm living. But also, it gives you, when you're signing up, it gives you this pop-up did you pay your television tax license, whatever fee? Did you know that it is illegal to not pay it? And I'm like, yeah, I, of course, paid all of my required fees. Never mind that I'm not actually in London, and therefore he's not actually required. So it wasn't technically a lie to the BBC. But I would gladly watch those shows perfectly legally on my 27 streaming platforms that I pay to stream and my billion, whatever's. But they don't broadcast it in the US. HBO Max carried 2 seasons of Pottery Throwdown out of the 7 that existed. And I don't know if they are... Yeah, right? So, not the last time I was here, but 2 times ago, the latest season of Top Chef had started. And I was like, okay, Bravo, I want to watch Top Chef. And Bravo was like, you can't watch that content in the country you're in. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm getting a real VPN. So I was like, okay, of course now I don't remember off the top of my head whichever VPN it is that every single YouTube streamer I watch advertises. So I went and was like, okay, whichever one of these I find the ad for the soonest, looking through my various YouTube streams, that's the one I'm getting. And so the first one I found was Surfshark. So Surfshark is what I have. It's I don't know, 50, 40, 30 bucks a year, something like that, for unlimited devices. And it's just solves all those problems with one button click. So I greatly enjoy that part of things. But yeah, it's just like when I was watching a lot of anime, and I was like, I don't want to try to find like bootleg free downloads. I don't want to bother with any of that stuff. I would gladly pay y'all money for it if you made it for my region. Just make it available and I will gladly pay you money for it perfectly legally. I'm not doing this because I think it's, bad to pay for media content. I think it's great to pay for media content. I will gladly pay for the media that I want to consume. But you can't complain that I am getting it without paying and also not allow there to be a way for me to pay for it. It's not like, have your cake and eat it too. It's more like, we don't want to have our cake and so you can't either. Or you just can't have our cake out of spite. I'm just like, I understand that you have distribution rights stuff. So I don't care who is distributing it, but actually just distribute it. Or just, make it so that I log into the BBC app and it goes, I see you're in America. We're going to have to charge you, I don't know, $20 or something. And great, I will pay you. I will pay you money for this content. Just take it. Take my money and give me the content. But no. That would be too easy. Why would we do that? That would be convenient. So instead, I have a VPN and Surfshark is fine. And, when I was in Scotland during the latter half of the Olympics and closing ceremonies, and we were like, okay, well, I have a Peacock subscription to be able to watch the Olympics. So I want to watch closing ceremonies. I guess I'm going to put myself on the VPN to be able to watch Peacock while I was in Glasgow. So I wanted to finish watching all the stuff. So and I'll probably use it to watch some of the US content. I know that my mom, I was telling my mom about it because she was saying she dropped her Netflix. How do you make a glove out of granny square blocks? That's not, I can't even visualize that. But yeah, my mom was like, I canceled the Netflix subscription because anything I want to watch is not available in my region. And I'm just like, well, let me tell you about the wonders of VPN and how you can fix that exact same problem. All right. 9 rows, so that's, it's not a terrible speed per row, but it's not super great either, but it will do. I am super groggy. I really need to go sleep. This is terrible. I don't even know what I said. Did I say complete nonsense? I'm sorry. I'm trying to not be completely making no sense, but it's like my friend RGB, who's when she's falling asleep sometimes, in the middle of a sentence, suddenly she's talking about frogs making tacos in France. And I'm just like, are you asleep? literally in the middle of saying a sentence, and she's out cold. So it's kind of hilarious. But, alright. We have been streaming for an hour. Let's stop before I say something completely stupid. Yeah, correct. She does not, and that would be terrifying to hear, I think. But before I start like completely saying super, super stupid shit, that is like, is it actually as terrifying as it sounds? Because it sounds like it would be terrifying. Oh my god. Yeah, right, okay. I got it. But yeah, before I start, I don't know, summoning demons or something, let's not tempt fate. But let me see if there's anybody. Do we have somebody that we can? Was before? Yeah, right. Because you never know what is going on. You never know, like, is my friend having a stroke? Don't suggest me things. All right, who is on? Is it Kayla's on? Raven's on. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Kate and Crochet is on. She's crocheting something. Create with Candace is doing something. I mean, Kevin Sunny is streaming chickens, but yeah, I don't know. You know what? I do not need to raid to anywhere. I think I need to do the napping thing pretty desperately. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna stop and do the napping. All right, I'm gonna go sleep. I'll try to be on again, like when I am not like this. Maybe in a couple of days when I've adjusted a little bit to the time zones. But have a good afternoon, and I will see folks later. Peace out. Good night.